The second I flipped that switch, her whole world fell apart. And the expression on her face, that cold, frozen fear, was exactly what I had been waiting to see. My name is Daniel Carter, 34 years old, a financial consultant living what most people would describe as the perfect life. A beautiful home, a steady career, and a wife everyone admired, Sophia. She was graceful, charming, and knew exactly how to make people fall for her smile, especially me. But perfection can be the most dangerous illusion of all. It began with little things, late nights, sudden work emergencies, a phone that was always locked, messages she hurried to hide whenever I walked into the room. At first, I ignored it. Love can make you blind, or maybe just foolish. But one night, everything changed. She came home at 2:17 a.m. I remember the exact time because I had spent hours staring at the clock. The moment she walked through the door, I pretended to be asleep on the couch. Her heels tapped softly against the floor. Careful, too careful, like she was sneaking into someone else's home. That's when I knew. I didn't confront her. No yelling, no dramatic scene. Instead, I watched quietly and patiently. I studied her patterns, followed her lies, and eventually I found him, Ryan Blake, my biggest business rival, a man who had already tried twice to ruin my career and failed. Now, he had discovered another way to hurt me, through my wife. The betrayal cut deeper than anything I had ever experienced, not only because she cheated, but because she chose him. That was the moment I decided I wouldn't lose control. I would prepare. For 3 weeks, I planned every detail carefully, every move, every step. I collected evidence, messages, photos, videos. I even hired a private investigator to make sure neither of them had any way out. Then I waited for the perfect night, tonight. When Sophia walked in again, late as always, I was already sitting in the darkness, silent, watching her. "Daniel, you're awake?" she asked softly, her voice pretending to sound innocent. I said nothing. Instead, I flipped the switch. The lights flooded the room, and then she saw it. The walls were covered with everything. Photos of her and Ryan, printed text messages, hotel receipts, screenshots of every lie she had ever told me. It surrounded her like a prison built from the truth. Her face instantly lost all color. "What is this?" she whispered, her voice trembling. I stood slowly, never taking my eyes off hers. "This," I said calmly, "is the truth you thought I'd never discover." She burst into tears immediately. Tears, excuses, shaking hands, it almost looked believable, almost. "It's not what you think, Daniel. Stop," I cut her off, cold and controlled. "Don't insult me more than you already have." Then I picked up the remote from the table and pressed play. The television behind her lit up, revealing a video, clear and undeniable. Her and Ryan laughing together, kissing, talking about me as if I meant nothing, as if I were a joke. She slowly turned toward the screen, and I could see her falling apart in real time. "No, no, please turn it off," she begged. But I didn't, because this wasn't only revenge, it was justice. "You see, Sophia," I said quietly as I stepped closer, "you didn't just betray me. You turned me into a fool, and I don't forgive that." She collapsed to her knees, crying even harder now. "I made a mistake. Please, I love you." I looked down at her and felt something strange. Not anger, not pain, only emptiness. "I used to believe that," I said softly, "but love doesn't look like betrayal at 2 in the morning. Then I walked past her. She didn't notice at first until she heard the front door open and voices entering. Several voices. Her head snapped up, panic filling her eyes. Standing outside were people she never expected to see. My lawyer, Ryan's business partners, and several mutual friends. Every one of them had been invited to witness the truth, her secret, her humiliation, her downfall. You told them?" she gasped, barely able to breathe. I turned back toward her one final time. "You wanted a game, Sophia?" I said calmly. "I just made sure you lost." And as they stepped into the room, watching her crumble beneath the weight of her own lies, she didn't just turn pale, she completely broke.